In this episode of Repro Roundup, we'll take a look at a Mega Man game on the Super Nintendo that was exclusively released in Japan at the end of the system's life. This is Mega Man and Bass. Mega Man and Bass is an action platforming game that was exclusively released for the Super Famicom in Japan. The game was released in 1998, and like many late system releases, never made it to North America. Bass was first introduced to the Mega Man universe in Mega Man 7, along with his wolf companion named Treble. He was created by Dr. Wily to rival Mega Man, but he often rebels against his creator, having his own agenda to become the strongest robot in existence. Mega Man and Bass fits directly into the classic Mega Man story arc, following the events of Mega Man 8 and preceding those of Mega Man 9 and 10. After Dr. Wily was defeated in Mega Man 8, his whereabouts are unknown as he rebuilds his castle and plots a comeback. Meanwhile, a new threat appears with a powerful robot named King. King feels that robots are superior to humans and plans to conquer Earth. He takes over Wily's castle, kicking him out and stealing the blueprints to create his own robot army. Dr. Light sends Mega Man to confront the enemy threat, while Bass takes matters into his own hands to prove he's a stronger robot than King. Although they have differing agendas, they share a similar goal, so Mega Man and Bass team up to put a stop to King's plans. Where previous titles had you play exclusively as Mega Man, this game introduces a new playable character, allowing you for the first time to play as Bass. You can choose either character from the start screen, but cannot switch after you make your selection, as the story plays out slightly differently for each character. Mega Man and Bass each have very distinct controls and abilities. Mega Man can shoot straight ahead while running, penetrate walls with his Buster Gun, slide under obstacles, and charge his weapon for a more powerful attack. Bass, on the other hand, has a weaker attack and can only shoot while stationary, but can fire in 7 different directions. He can also perform a dash maneuver and a double jump to reach high areas. In general, Bass is better equipped to maneuver through the platforming segments of each stage, while Mega Man has an easier time fighting the bosses. The stage select screen is somewhat unique in this installment compared to most games in the series. You initially have a choice to play 3 different levels, and an additional 5 levels are unlocked as you complete the first set. Each level presents a different theme, with unique enemies, obstacles, and atmosphere. Every stage also offers a variety of branching pathways, requiring Bass to take the high road using his double jump, and Mega Man taking the low road by sliding under narrow passages. The Robot Masters in this game include 6 new characters: Cold Man, Dynamo Man, Magic Man, Ground Man, Pirate Man, and Burner Man. 2 other bosses, Astro Man and Tengu Man, are returning characters from Mega Man 8. Like all classic Mega Man games, you obtain new weapons by defeating bosses, and each boss has weaknesses to a particular weapon. In addition to the weapons you acquire, you collect screws through each stage, which are used in an item shop to upgrade your suit and inventory. There are a huge variety of upgrades available, including extra lives, damage reduction, and an energy saver for more efficient use of special weapons. Mega Man and Bass also have a unique set of upgrades that only they can obtain. Mega Man can slowly recover health, charge his Buster more quickly, and even learn an auto-charge ability. Bass can upgrade his attack power, shoot through walls, and even team up with Treble to fly for short periods of time. While many items and power-ups are available at your disposal, there are unfortunately no energy tanks included in this game. Another collectible item found throughout the game are CDs that unlock artwork and information on many of the Robot Masters from the Mega Man series. There are 100 CDs in total, many of which are hidden or can only be acquired by a specific character. In essence, you would have to beat the game with both Mega Man and Bass in order to collect them all. Between the collectible CDs, branching level paths, and distinct experience of playing with each character, this game offers a ton of content and replay value. Although this game never released on the Super Nintendo, a port of the game was released on the Game Boy Advance in 2003 to celebrate the 15th anniversary of the Mega Man franchise. While the Game Boy Advance and Super Nintendo versions are mostly the same, there are a few minor differences between the two. The viewable screen on the Game Boy Advance version is zoomed in compared to the original, making it more difficult to react to enemies and anticipate traps. As far as the controls go, the Super Nintendo has a separate button designated for the dash ability when playing as Bass. Since the Game Boy Advance is limited to only 2 main buttons, you're required to double tap the directional pad to dash. While this sounds minor, I highly prefer the dash ability to have its own input to perform quick and responsive maneuvers. Mega Man games almost always have a fantastic soundtrack, and this entry is no exception. The music in each version is the same, but due to the differences in system hardware, each has a very distinct feel. The Super Nintendo offers a more full and encompassing sound, compared to the more intense 8-bit style of the Game Boy Advance. Here's a short comparison between the two. It really comes down to personal preference, but I feel the Super Nintendo comes out ahead in this category as well. I originally picked up this game quite a while ago and was initially turned off by the extreme difficulty of the game. As I revisited the title, getting deeper into the gameplay and further into the game, I began to really enjoy it. While the game starts out a bit rough, it gets a little easier once you obtain some of the weapon upgrades and power-ups. A helpful addition here incorporates a save feature in the game, where most classic Mega Man games require a password system. Aside from the steep difficulty curve, the game is really fun and a nice entry in the classic Mega Man series. Whether you play the Game Boy Advance or the Super Nintendo version of the game, this is one I would definitely recommend for any fan of the Mega Man series.